Yaneyanga nejone ko uwo hailka iye nejone ko uwo hailka iye nejone ko hailka iye neo hotes gel has ago hailka iye hodien has ago hailka iye nejone ko hailka iye nejone ko hailka iye.
My name is Agatha Spencer. I'm Twatsotni, and my fathers are Kia'ani. My maternal grandparents are Tsiflatni, and my paternal clan is Tsenjikine.
Agatha discusses what it was like to grow up on the reservation and her commitment to balancing both Christianity and Navajo traditions.
My grandfather was an early interpreter for the Franciscan friars, and so we grew up with Christianity. But on the other hand, my grandmother was very traditional, and my mother was too, and so was my father. So they always blended the two, Christianity and cultural practices.
Like many Navajo girls at the time, Agatha went through the Canalta Navajo puberty ceremony twice.
Basically, it was a choice, it was an option for us, but there were particular ceremonies like the blessing way where everybody in the family have to be present, have to participate. So those were the mandatory ceremonies that we attended. And then, of course, being traditional, when we went through the passage of life, I went through the puberty ceremony. And being very traditional, there are certain things that you just didn't talk about. And so when I experienced my first menace, I had no idea what was happening to me. What changed a lot for me was when I went to a parochial school. And then the indoctrination of Christianity was really, really pressed upon us. And at that time, I think the Catholicism really still did not appreciate our cultural practices and beliefs. And it was only until later that a lot of recognition of what we have as beliefs, our cultural practices, really kind of blend in with Christianity, especially Catholicism. So it just made us appreciate more of my faith and then my cultural upbringing. So I don't separate the two. It's a blending for me. My father was very aware of my work with students, and so in terms of that, I think that's why he gave me the prayer box, and it was so beautiful. I just cried, And so he said, you just have to carry on. You're the one that has to do it for your children, for your grandchildren. So I was really, really blessed to get that from him. Today's youth, with the college trying to impart that knowledge, the history, the culture, the language, the government, our students, hopefully are gaining a lot of that awareness, that knowledge of what we are all about as Diné people. And we also have immersion programs like with the Winter Rock school districts. And here with the Chinle school district, they teach Navajo language. And of course we have the Rough Rock schools and Rock Point Community School, which teaches Navajo language. So with some of those initiatives, and the Navajo Division of Education has the initiative of making sure that all curriculum within the schools are teaching Navajo language, Navajo culture, Navajo history. I'm grateful that the language won't die away, that the younger people are picking it up. I would just like to express my appreciation to all the individuals that are affiliated in the arena of education, especially Navajo education, and their efforts to ensure that we are building a nation of people that are grounded not only in their traditional beliefs, the traditional foundation, but also to balance that out with Western education, where they can go anywhere in the world and be able to live and appreciate who they are as Navajo people, but also go on a grand scale and be able to operate in the Western dominant society.
Agatha has always had strong passion for helping youth. She discusses her career at Diné College.
I work for the Navajo Nation. I work for the Neighborhood Youth Corps program, and also the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and with the college. I was working with high school students where they work part-time jobs after school, from the low-income youth, and we would find work sites for them within the community and placed them in different sites throughout the community of Chinle. The beginning of the college, it was really exciting. It was a new venture, and everyone worked collectively. There was a lot of teamwork. Navajo Community College was the granddaddy of the Tribal Colleges Initiative, and so, you know, we just did a whole lot of stuff. And we had a lot of elders that participated and, you know, were a part of the planning, and they gave a lot of advice to the whole development of the college. And we had a lot of elders that also taught for us craft classes, rug weaving, moccasin making, silversmithing, Navajo traditional foods, and it was really exciting. And one of the things that happened too that initial year that was really gave thrust to the whole impetus of everyone really collectively working together was the late Dr. Ned Hatatli. He was the first Navajo president. The foundation of the College of Sa'anagay, which is our guiding principle, our mission, has never changed, in that the college is there to ensure that every individual coming through the portals of the college gains some knowledge of the language, the history, and the culture. The college's approach to the whole teaching philosophy is to make sure it's circular. Everything is done, you know. From the east, we talk about the thinking component, which is in Tsahakes, and then to the south, we talk about Nahata, which is the planning, and then the western part of it is Ina, and the living. You know, whatever you think about, whatever you plan, you effectuate whatever you put into place. And then to the north is Sahasin, which is the evaluative mode, and you take this whole approach and, you know, think about it, and, you know, what do you need to improve, or how do you want to refine it. So it's the cyclical approach, and every part of our college operation, we try to implement that.
Sean Sosi, a student at Diné College, talks about the positive relationship he has with Agatha.
When I first met Agatha, she was working at Diné College branch, and I was registering for Diné College for the fall semester. and at the time when she sees me or when I see her, she kind of gives me the support and the encouragement of like house, and that she really was considerate of the students. I mean, not just for me, but all the students that she advises. In my life, I didn't have that support, and I didn't get any encouragement, especially from my own family, and that was kind of a hard thing. She filled up those gaps for me. When I didn't know her, or I was just out not thinking about my life, and I didn't really have a plan and didn't know about a career that I needed to focus on. I was just like everywhere and just doing the stupid stuff kind of way. I was feeling the lonesome and being lonely, and that kind of, and I came to her and she told me like, just get a cup of water and put it right there and pray about it, pray about yourself, and be thankful like you have this life. And I was trying to think about what to pray about. She just like, pray about, just to pray of the way you feel about yourself, as well as like keep pushing yourself, keep going, like abe within it kind of way, like move on, nobody. And there's other people that don't say things like that, and those are like special wisdom words for me and got me real touchy feeling. And it was like, this is the person that helped me and understand what life is about. The only thing I could say is like, thank you, yeah, for your wisdom, your knowledge and your wisdom and teaching and those principles.
It's really humbling, it's really a humbling experience knowing that, he placed a great deal of trust in me, confidence in me, and I didn't realize that until today. I know how much he relied on me, and I'm glad I was able to help you get to the next level, and that's what my job is all about, and helping individuals, strive and achieve what they're looking to.
Big hojon holongo hail kai ne jone go hail kai ne jone go hail kai ne jone go hail kai ne o.
Everything you do has to be in balance. I'm the forever optimist, always, trying to encourage. Things may be falling apart, but I always say, it'll all work out. It'll all work out.